Okay, everybody, we're back for episode number 7 of Jesse's Ukebox. I'm a little excited because I'm now using a high quality webcam instead of the built in camera in my Apple laptop, and the things might look a little sharper. I hope they do. Maybe the audio is a little bit more clear, not sure about that. But our last episode was about strumming, and I introduced 3 basic strums, and there are many, many more. But the strums that I introduced, one was kind of a straight country tune, or a country beat. It was 4/4, and we put it with "Take Me Home, Country Roads." So it went kind of almost heaven. See how bouncy that is? And then we went towards Latin. And Latin, what I was doing with the 4 beats of the measure, I was going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. So it's like this. And the reason you do that, it makes people want to dance. And it does tend to imitate the güiro, the instrument that is in many Latin groups that gives the feel of the cha-cha, the mambo, the tango, its feel. And that's the cylinder that's corrugated. You rub it with a stick and you go and that's what makes people want to get up and dance. And the last one we did was a very slow strum or pick. And because the song is very subtly 3/4, I wasn't counting 1, 2, 3, 4. It was more of a slow 1, 2, 3. And that was the song Today, sung by John Denver, that goes like this. Today, as the blossom still clings to the vine, I'll taste your strawberry and drink your sweet wine. That was another way to deal with a slow song. This time we'll try a few more songs with slightly different patterns from those 3. Some will be obvious, some will just kind of make up on the fly. But let's tune up again. Playing a tenor ukulele, the lowest string is a G, G, C, E, A. G, C, E, A. And if your uke does not sound very close to this, stop the video, go back in 20, 30 seconds and listen to this and tune yours up. So G, C, E, and A. And again, we're playing in the key of C. We're going to learn a few more chords today, especially E minor. So when we first looked at chords in the key of C, and I don't have it at hand right now, but we saw that in the key of C, there are 7 chords that fit. So that the 7 steps of the major scale, remember do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. And then it's not an 8th note up there, it's back to the 1 again. So the C is down here, the C starts a new octave up there. So if we were to look at the ukulele and think the C scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B diminished, and then you're back at C again. So each one of those degrees of the major scale has a chord associated with it. So since you're in the key of C, the root note of C, you're playing a C major right there, C major. D, we're playing a D minor. And then we get to E, and there's also an E minor that finds its way into a lot of songs. So let's look at this chord chart right here. And we're going to learn the E minor, which is right there. So first string, second fret, index finger. Second string, 3rd fret, middle finger. 3rd string, 4th fret, ring finger. Now you can strum all the chords even though the top one is open. So we learned C, D minor, E minor. Now you can also, when you play E minor, not just play these three, but you can add your pinky at the top. And basically it's the same as the D minor, moved up 2. This one is kind of a challenge, just like G was, using 3 fingers to teach your fingers how to find a place like that, to find this. It takes a while to practice. So sometimes I just practice C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor. And I don't do the B diminished again. It only finds its way in jazz. C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor. Now on this chord chart, there's a couple other ones that it doesn't hurt to know, even though they don't show up in the key of C very much. There's E7. So on E7, we're going to take our ring finger and put it on the 1st string, 2nd fret, middle finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret, and index finger, 4th string, 1st fret. See, it has kind of a tentative sound because it is a 7th chord. It's not an E, full E major, it's an E7. Okay. There's also an A7 there, which is 1 finger. I like 1 finger chords. 3rd string, 1st fret. Okay, where would that pop in? The key of C, if we're sticking with C. I could play a song like, I got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Okay, see how that A7 went C, A7, D minor, and G. I got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. So those do find their way in, although I said that the key of C, the chords are C, D minor, E minor, F, G, and A minor. Sometimes it's an A7, sometimes it's an E7, sometimes it's a D7, but not very often. Okay, let's I know not everybody has gotten E minor yet, but quick review. These three fingers, E minor, and again you can close the whole all 4 strings by adding another finger above. Why would you want to play this instead of this? Instead of just the 3 fingers? That's so much easier. Well, sometimes you want to use all 4 strings so you can do this. You can stop the sound. You don't have to go and have 1 string ringing. So we do 4 string chords where all are involved. We call that a closed chord. We call chords like C an open string chord because you have open strings ringing that aren't fretted. So there's a closed chord. There's an open chord. It just keeps ringing. Okay. We learned some new chords. Let's try a couple of songs that might give us a new feel. We tried the Latin, we tried the country, we tried a slow picking or a slow strum last time. Here is an R&B hit from the 60s. It's called Bring It On Home to Me, and because it's an R&B, you're going to feel a sway. 1, 2, 3. The song goes like this. If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's got a 4/4 time. 1, 2. But you can feel where the emphasis goes. And if you ever change your mind about leaving me behind. Okay, so let's try it. I'm gonna hum it and we'll just work our way through the chords. It starts with C to G7. Don't worry about that 7 on those chords if you're a beginner and you don't know the 7th chords. It's more important that you just play the full major chord, and so we can get through this song. So here we go. C, 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 G, back to C, 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 F, F, O, C, bring it to me, bring your F lovin', G, 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 C, yeah, F, yeah, C, yeah, G. Okay, that's pretty simple, but now we have to figure out how to strum that. How can we emphasize those emphases when we're strumming? So we might do this. And if you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh, bring it. So what I'm doing is I'm killing the sound to emphasize that it's a strong strike. And if you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh, bring it to me, bring your sweet loving, bring it on home to me, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so that has a gospel feel where you just strong emphasis. 1, 2, 3, and if you 1, 2, 3, do 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 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm probably doing it wrong. Anyway, think about that gospel feel the way you would sway back and forth while you sing it. And if you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh, bring it to me, bring your sweet loving, bring it on home to me, yeah. Okay, so that gospel feel used in R&B, that has its own feel, and you have to find a way to emphasize it in the strum. Okay, let's do an old folk rock classic, Lodi by CCR, Creedence Clearwater Revival. So we're playing it in C, and this is a 4/4 emphasis on the 2 and 4, but it's not bouncy like the country strum for Take Me Home Country Roads. This is a driving song, a driving beat where you're strumming that thing. Hear that? It's different than this. This is, you would see the guys playing this in a band strumming their acoustic guitars up and down full power. Here we go. Just about a year ago, I set out on the road, seeking my fame and fortune, looking for a pot of gold. Things got hot, bad, and things got worse. I guess you know the tune. Oh Lord, stuck in Lodi again. So can you hear the difference between the driving beat and the country beat? On my low-tuned ukulele, this low G here, I hit it. And that's kind of the way acoustic guitar is played. You thump a bass string and you play the chord. But this isn't almost heaven. This is... Now I've lost it. Just about a year ago, I set out on the road, seeking my fame and fortune, looking for a pot of gold. Things got bad and things got worse. I guess you know the tune. Oh Lord, stuck in Lodi again. So Lodi and many of the songs from Creedence Clearwater Revival have a driving stroke, not a bouncy one. And when I emphasize, sometimes the thing I do is I stop the sound to give it a little more lilt. It's totally up to you. That's Lodi. That's the driving folk rock beat. Let's try. We did Bring It On Home to Me. We did Lodi. Let's try. Oh, okay. Here's an old hymn that I enjoy singing. Let's see if I can turn this on. Okay. This is called Jesus Paid It All. And now this is a hymn, so it's slow. It's like a march. You might imagine marching down the aisle of a church to receive communion or make an offering or something like that. And so it's slow. And I told you the first time we talked about strumming that just strumming the quarter notes of a four-note measure is really boring, but it might fit a slow song like this. Here it goes. I hear the Savior say, thy strength indeed is small. Child of weakness, watch and pray. Find in me thine all in all. Jesus paid it all to him I owe. Sin had left a crimson stain, he washed it white as snow. And now that I'm playing this for you, the chords are a little off in this sheet that I grabbed. So let's go through the chords real quick. We talk about where they might be right. The people who wrote these chords, they might be wrong. They might sing it a little differently. That would infer these chords that I say are wrong. Who knows? Here we go. We're going to do it from the top. Just talk the chords. C, 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 C. Go to G. And G. And back to C, C. And now it says A minor 7, which be A minor basically. Child of weakness, watch and F. Okay, maybe what I would do with that line, I just keep it on C. Child of weakness, watch and see. Find in C, G back to C. Now the chorus. C, 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 F. C, 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 G. C, 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 F. Back to C, and G, and C. So when we're singing songs in church, and they're serious songs, songs of devotion or worship, sometimes we just mark the 4 beats of the measure. I hear the Savior say, thy strength indeed is small. Child of weakness, watch and pray. Find in me thine all in all. So what could we do to, like I explained last time, take it from 4 beats to 8. We don't just go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and I hear the Savior say. But we would find places where it needs to be emphasized and drop other beats in those 8 that we were going to try to do. It might be like this. I hear the Savior say, thy strength indeed is small. Child of weakness, watch and pray. Find in me thine all in all. We're still not syncopating either the words or the strum. We're just staying with the beat. We're not making it snappy or Latin or any of those things. We're just playing the beat. So those are some things to think about. 2 new strums, or 3 new strums. We talked about the driving folk rock strum. Just about a year ago, I got out on the road. That kind of driving strum. We talked about the R&B strum with Bring It On Home to Me. And if you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah. Anyway, those are 3 new strums. Play with those strums. Learn the 3 new chords. E minor. The 3 new chords are E minor, E7, A7. And we'll talk to you next time. Not sure what the subject's going to be. We've learned some new chords. We might try to change keys. We played everything in C. We might try something different. Okay, see you guys.